No, the camera's not broken. I didn't feel like putting makeup on today. I'm really tired. I feel really worn down. And I think part of it's being so busy with all this. I go like an Energizer Bunny and then I hit a wall, and it's kind of my MO. And I saw that starting, I think, a day or two ago, and so I started making some changes to how long I work on this or the book or anything to make sure I'm eating and I'm being social and the other things I said I was committed to. And when I get run down and I get tired or my hormones kick in, that's when I start, my mind gets really strong, starts trying to scare me. Fortunately, there's a level of, even if it does, I know it's temporary, it'll pass, and I can keep moving. Don't even know what I was feeling scared about necessarily. I think I just felt run down. But in yesterday's video, I think the title said something like, I think we really need to feel our feelings. And okay, I'll go first because someone has to go first. And I feel sad, I feel run down. I don't know that it's scared, it's just a lot of emotion, and I let myself meditate for 2 hours this morning, and then which I've never done. And it was just nice to get to such a safe, soothing place inside myself that this can't really interact with. Last night, I kept hearing, I'm lost, I'm lost. I wasn't lost, I was laying in my bed. So what I'm grateful for is that I'm starting to be able to see when I hear those things as it's nothing to do with me. Now I may try and fix it, like if a kid's crying, and I did. Sorry, with some of my eye. Well, and I don't wash my makeup off at night. Oh, this is getting better. Yeah, fuck it. Alright, so I had this. This is gonna be awesome. Wouldn't care if it was in my eye. Yes, I kept hearing I'm lost. I don't even want to look at the camera anymore. So I kept hearing I was lost. And so I started asking my mind, okay, so I hear my mind like it's a man. I don't know how other people, if they sat and listened to their ego, I don't know if his voice is a man, but there's like a masculine feeling about it. And then if I bring that part in to love it or just see the concern or whatever that feeling is, it's always a little boy. I don't know why. I don't know if everyone does that. I said that to some people once and they looked at me like that was strange. Like, why wouldn't it be a woman? I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe what my experiences were growing up, or maybe little boys are just the cutest things in the world to me, and so maybe I thought they'd be more open to share. I don't know. Doesn't matter anyway. So I was talking to the little boy and asking him if he felt lost, and yeah, and then somehow I kept going back up here because it was so loud. So I just went right to the scary voice, whatever, and I said, do you feel lost? And he got angry and he said, yeah. And I said, well, what do you feel lost from? And he just kept getting bigger and angrier, but not necessarily telling me. And I said, Is it just that you're angry that you don't feel? And there was a lot of anger there. A presence of it anyway, and just snarling and kind of crying, and I just said that I was sorry that was his experience. And so then he just looked angry, and so I finally said, do you feel mad? And all of a sudden it was like he grabbed all his stuff, packed up, folded up, disappeared, and went home. And I went, that's the illusion. That there's really this sad person in here that's lost and doesn't know what to do, and we need to help them, and blah blah blah. And then so when you ask it, well, do you feel sad? Because they can't feel, it doesn't feel. All of a sudden it's like, oh crap, she sat behind the curtain. All of a sudden everyone started packing up and getting out, and all of a sudden it was just gone. And I was just like, that was interesting. Maybe I'll ask it questions more often about feeling. It's so hell-bent on making me feel and then resisting feelings. But then if I ask it about its feelings, it doesn't want to talk about them. Can't talk about them is really the thing. So yeah, that's this whole thing is very vulnerable moment. Talking about weird abstract things in your head, or looking like a raccoon now, I think. But I mean it when I say we have to start this. You know, some people might be thinking with me, you know, why now? Why after 45 years? And I think there's a process we all have to go through. I think some people can give their gifts earlier and some have to wait later. And I think the people that give their gifts from really deep down inside, I think it takes quite a while to process and be able to articulate it. I don't think that's something a 25-year-old is doing very often. And they don't have the depth of, it's not empathy, but maybe experience. I mean, things that I can relate to with people is much different than what a younger person can. You can always have compassion for them, but to say I've been there, that's different. So I've had a few friends commit suicide in the last little while. And maybe that stirred some things up and reminded me about my sister-in-law that died, and that you don't know when you're gonna go, so you can't hold back your gift because you don't know how long you have to give it. And then this is hard for me to talk about because I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but so I'll just say I have someone in my life that is extremely, extremely sick. And she was here for a little while. And at first I went into I can handle this. I got it. I'll make it fun. I'll make it creative. We'll do the videos. That's why I bought the video camera. And I wanted to believe it would be a project we could do together. And then within a week or so, she got really sick, like I knew she was. And then it was 2 weeks of terror for me because I knew that I would just do that and not do this, not take care of myself. I would just run like an Energizer bunny again. And if I've taken care of you, you know it's like being at a hotel. I don't know how to just say, well, you know, there's towels, and especially if they're really sick. I took care of my sister with concussion, and I cook, I clean, I rub your feet, rub your back, listen to you, you know, counsel you if you need that. So it's like a full-time thing. And I started having night terrors, and I've never had them in my life, and I felt like I had electricity going through my body every night. I felt like a dream within a dream within a dream, and I'm usually pretty good about being able to navigate my dreams. There was people up in the room moving around, and I've never been more terrified. And I literally just thought, I'm gonna just get in the car and drive away. I don't know what else to do anymore. If I ask for help, no one will come. So when I let people know that's where I was at, then that person did leave. But I felt like, I don't even know what the movie is, but you know, with Scrooge and the Christmas whatever, when they show them the past, the future, whatever, and I felt like they were saying, like, look, you see how sick she is, that's your future. So we've showed it to you, and it's fine. If you want to do that, that's fine. You can't make mistakes here. It's all okay. It's just, we know what you're committed to. We know what you want to share. But if we're going to do it, we got to do it now, because that's the path. You know it, I know it. So I'm here, but we've got to wake you up. You have to pay attention. The reason you're scared is because you know you're going to not be able to give, and that will be where it goes. And after about a week of rest in bed or so, I think that's finally when I looked up Kyle Cease's seminar, which I didn't want to go to because I didn't want anyone to tell me one more thing to do. I didn't want a motivational speaker. I also didn't want to sit and feel like my guts were being wrenched out with every exercise and looking into every nook and cranny of my soul day after day. And like I said, I'm not saying these things aren't valuable. That just wasn't where I was at. It's like, I can't do it. I'm ready to go. I just need I feel like I'm always the one pulling everyone up. And I know that sounds like a victim thing or something, but it's just my natural character. Like, let's go, let's go, let's go. And I just wanted someone else to say, let's go. So I turned on one of his videos, and the first thing his thing said was, just start. Like, just start. And I went, oh shit, that's right, duh. I never had the best years of my life was I didn't have to figure it out. I just trusted my gut, and it was fun. And I just didn't worry. You know, I felt very called to move to California. And my mind's like, are you insane? You don't have a job there. You don't know where you want to live. Yeah, you have friends there. You know, and I'm sure you'd figure it out. You know, the book's not done. You're doing these videos. You've got stuff to sell. You know, it'll give me a million reasons. And yet, it just feels where I am to go. So I just have to keep trusting that. And when you do this, just because it knows so much further out what's possible. So when we go into this, well, I can't, or yeah, but, or I would, that's just the small mind thinking about the past, and it just will show you things that you can't do because it only has that as a reference. The soul can see the whole picture. You know, and especially when you set a goal or intention and it's not done in 5 days and you're just like, oh, especially now. Can you imagine these kids, you know, they post some stuff online, they're just like, oh, I thought like a label would call me or something. You gotta put in the work, and you don't know what's being sent out in the atmosphere and all the little people that have to connect. And you know, every day I get messages. I have someone wanting to meet this week, and it's not, I don't even know what it's about. It doesn't matter. I was just invited to meet and have a conversation. So I'm just, if it feels right, then I'm going. It doesn't have to mean anything. But truly why I'm sitting here like this, looking this way, and just dumping it, even if it sounds weird, it's just absolutely meant it. That when we think stuff, we automatically resist that. We don't want to feel it. That's scary. I don't know how. If I think those thoughts, they'll leave. If I told them that, they'll leave me. Or if I don't want to be with that person, or it feels off, am I allowed to just say I need a break, or something feels off, or leave? Our mind traps us in so many ways, and and our soul's willing to discover because it's not afraid. So, with what another suicide as of late, people are like, what are we going to do? It's an epidemic. It's like, yeah, feel your feelings. Feel them. Spread the word, everybody. And you can't teach your kids if you don't do it yourself first. Because it's hard to relate because we were never trained to do it. If they fall and cry, be right there to help explain. Now feel that, and then does it feel like it went back out? Because you wanted to go back out. When I'm done with these, whatever was here will have passed right back through me, and then it's like more of an empty vessel, right? So in the space of nothing, you can create anything. And what I realized is people are like, that means I have to feel every feeling, think every thought to clear them out. No, what my experience is if you sit and really get present and feel a feeling, if it's terror, if it's sorrow, if it's grief, and you really let it fill you up and cry or just scream or whatever it is, it's like when it leaves, it almost like gives a little signal to all those little other parts are stored in you. You're like, there's an opening, let's go. And they just, any little parts that can grab on, they go too. They don't want to be trapped in there. You're not that fun. I sure am not. They got stuff to do. They're busy, active energy sitting inside us while we're crying about it. And they're like, if you just, unlock I'm happy to head out. No, I can't because I think I'm so sad. Like, don't think about it. Just feel it and I can go. So, here I am. I'm going first. Anyone else that wants to go, I happily invite you. Makeup, no makeup. Hair, no hair. Big, small, whatever color, whatever. I don't care. I'd love for you to come along.